It's me, Adam. A lot of people haven't heard my voice or heard me talk for a while, but I'm back, and I wanted to do this pre-NBA draft, which is gonna be at 7:30, which is actually less than an hour away. And I'm gonna talk about the NBA draft, of course, 2019, obviously. God, I remember Ryan on the corner saying for homework assignments putting 1999, but it's because I'm old. But anyway, um, this is the draft preview, and really I haven't really liked any of the rumors so far on the Cavs except for the J.R. Smith, which obviously we paid him $15 million to pretty much be in Europe and watch Knick games last year. So if you see, I'm wearing this old school Cavs hat that I've had since I was like 3, which is why it barely fits on my head. And obviously my new Cavs shirt. Um, so I'm gonna discuss what I think the Cavs should do, and what I see in the trades. Let's discuss the trades first. Obviously, we gotta get rid of J.R. Smith. Um, the latest rumors I heard was J.R. Smith for Kent Bay and the fifth pick for Kent Bazemore, the eighth and 10th pick by the Hawks. Now, I think a lot of people don't like that because we have to give up the fifth pick. But obviously, if you didn't just see that the Hawks just made a trade with the Pelicans to get the fourth pick, so I think that's already out anyway. But yeah, the Hawks got the fourth pick and they supposedly want DeAndre Hunter, which I'll tell you what I saw on CBS Sports compare NBA compares player comparison doesn't actually sound that good, honestly. But yeah, but I like the one that I like the most. I think is J.R. Smith for James Johnson and Ryan Anderson and the 13th pick, because one, we just give up J.R. Smith and that. But there's been a lot of strange trade rumors, especially for Kevin Love. The one that I've heard recently about Kevin Love is trading him to Charlotte for Bismack Biyombo, Malik Monk, and the 12th overall pick. Has Kevin Love's value really diminished that much? Um, there's been other trade rumors of just trade Kevin Love for players and the fourth overall pick, which, like I said, the Hawks just got, so that's probably not going to happen. There's been other like Kevin Love for like, but I just said that the Pelicans and the Hawks just made that trade, so it's probably not going to happen. I just saw a trade that just happened where Minnesota and Phoenix traded up, so the Cavs might be stuck at 5. I think the Cavs might be stuck at 5 and 26 now, unless, like I said, they get rid of JR and get rid of JR and get like a 13th to like 19th pick, because I even heard like San Antonio might be interested in cutting him. You know, just get the 3 million off the cap. But it's pretty interesting with the trade rumors, but the Cavs might not really do anything. I mean, obviously they have to trade J.R. Smith, and I think that's going to happen. And it seems like more likely is going to be with the Heat, because the Heat are the only team that I've really heard that are interested in trading for him. And since the Hawks just made that trade, I think that Kent Bazemore trade rumor is already gone, because that was with their picks, and they just traded their picks to the Pelicans for the fourth pick. So I think that's probably gone now. But so Cat might be stuck at 5 and 26, but they may get like in the teen range with the J.R. Smith. Maybe trade J.R. Smith to the Hornets for Marvin Williams and the 12th overall pick. I mean, like they said, they're looking for money, and Marvin Williams has like a $20 million contract, and the Cavs said they would take rich contracts, or like they said with the Heat, they've been a team that actually says they actually want J.R. Smith for J.R. Smith. Most teams just want to cut him to get the free $3 million, but and get, you know, a big contract off their books as well. But So yeah, it's pretty interesting. But now I'm gonna say this is off of CBS 2019 NBA Draft player comparisons, and really it kind of surprised me with the first overall pick projection. Zion Williamson, the guy that's supposed to be the next LeBron, the next, what ESPN keeps selling, the next LeBron, the next, big thing, next Giannis, whatever you want to say, or Kawhi, the next big thing. But apparently on CBS, they said Zion Williamson, NBA comparison, Charles Barkley. Now, he was one of the 50 greatest players in 1997. Keyword 1997. But I don't think he would even. He might still be in the top 75, but I don't think he's top 50 anymore since, he was in 1997. But not today. No, 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 no. So Zion went from LeBron and like the greatest players of all, Michael, like being compared to the greatest players of all time, to Charles Barkley. That's not too good. Second overall pick, of course, to Memphis, which will be Jay Morant, most likely. A more athletic version of Mike Conley. So the Grizzlies are pretty much building the team that they had back in 2013 when they lost in the conference finals to the Spurs in a sweep. With a more athletic version of Mike Conley and Jaren Jackson, probably like the Zach Randolph. So, but let it be. RJ Barrett, NBA comparison, Andrew Wiggins. And since the Timberwolves seem like they're looking to trade him, or at least that was the rumor, that's probably not too good. RJ Barrett is Andrew Wiggins. Let's see. This pick, these are interesting. Darius Garland, one of the guys that with it was Darius Garland and I believe it was Darius Garland and Jarrett Culver, who the Cavs were most into. And Darius Garland is actually maybe one of the best players in this draft. It says his NBA comparison is Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar. Yeah, if he can be Damian Lillard, and Colin Sexton can kind of become like a CJ McCollum type, you might be in the playoffs next year if we keep Kevin Love. And if he stays healthy. Keyword, if he stays healthy. That's a big if. But Damian Lillard, what do we see? Charles Barkley, Andrew Wiggins, Mike Conley, and then Darius Garland, who nobody's even talking about, is being compared to Damian Lillard. This guy's pretty interesting too. They said their fifth best prospect is Kobe White from North Carolina. And it says he's a quicker version of Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray is becoming a quick 1-2 punch with Nikola Jokic. And with the fact that they're saying he's a Jamal Murray, we're talking Jamal Murray, Damian Lillard, and Zion's a Charles Barkley, and a Mike Conley, and a Andrew Wiggins, and we're talking about people nobody was even talking about being Damian Lillard and Jamal Murray. Jarrett Culver, he's one of the guys that the Cavs are looking to possibly get, but the other guy that he's best compared to is really not that, well, he hasn't been in the league too much, so I really can't say. They say he's compared to Caris LeVert, so I'm kind of iffy on that, but weak draft, what you gonna do? Which I'm really kind of surprised about that they're doing this is the Timberwolves just, not the Timberwolves, the Hawks just traded up and they said they did it to get DeAndre Hunter. But DeAndre Hunter is really not that good. He's a 3-and-D guy, but his NBA comparison is to Robert Covington. Well, I think he was either a second round pick or wasn't even drafted. Like the Sixers picked him off out of the D League. So that's really kind of weird, and I was kind of worried when I heard that the Cavs were actually interested in him before this. Um, Cameron Reddish, who was another player that the Cavs were supposedly interested in too. Thank God they're not. This NBA comparison, Jeff Green. Not that he hasn't been a good, solid starter and even role player the last couple of years, but Jeff Green in the lottery? A Jeff Green type player in the lottery? Drafts weak. Now this guy I might look at. Seeke Dumakumbuya. He is he plays in France, but I think he came from like Nigeria or something, but his player personality is Thaddeus Young. And I think if we learned anything from Giannis Antetokounmpo, who nobody even knew or talked about, and he was the 15th overall pick in that draft, and he was probably the best player in that draft in 2013, where we drafted Anthony Bennett. Yeah, I still twitch at that. But yeah, Sekedu Makumbi might be that guy, and it says he has defensive versatility, able to guard not one, not two, not three, but four positions, and they say he can play all four positions as well, point to power forward, and I think you might want to look at him because them Africans that get immigrated to Greece and France, they end up being good. Jackson Hayes from Texas. Nerlens Noel. He's projected by CBS to be the 10th best player in the draft, and he's Nerlens Noel. That says a lot about this draft. Now this is interesting. If the Cavs are looking to go big, this guy Goga Batatadze from Georgia, which I think is like in the Caucasus, like Middle Eastern type country in West Asia. His player comparison is Marc Gasol, a guy that's been like a 3 or 4 time All-Star and NBA Defensive Player of the Year. It says, is what you'd come up with if you went in a lab bent on trying to formulate an ideal modern big man with strengths primarily as an offensive assassin. He may never be the defensive stopper Marc Gasol has been during his career, but he's a good shot blocker, makes up for any defensive limitations with a versatile offensive game. And they said he's a great passer and a good defender and can shoot the three like Marc Gasol. This guy is kind of interesting too because Jaylen Brown's he's been good, but he hasn't been like an all-star superstar yet. But this kid from North Carolina, Nasir Little, being compared to Jaylen Brown. Brandon Clark from Gonzaga. This player comparison is Jordan Bell, who was like the 38th pick a couple years ago. Like I said, weak draft. Cameron Johnson is the last person they have being picked in the lottery, or their projection of the lottery. It says Doug McDermott. Yeah, this draft is weak. Let's see, you got a Charles Barkley, a Mike Conley, an Andrew Wiggins, a Damian Lillard, a Jamal Murray, being compared with a Karis LeVert, a Robert Covington, a Jeff Green, a Thaddeus Young, who I think was a second-round pick himself, a Nerlens Noel, a Marc Gasol, a Jaylen Brown, a Jordan Bell, and a Doug McDermott, and projected to be in the lottery. Now I might surprise some people, but the 3 players I like the most out of all this, and I'll start from lowest to best. I actually really like the idea of the Cavs drafting number 3, this French guy, Siaka Dumakuma. Yeah, who's originally obviously from Africa as well, just like Giannis. But I would totally draft him over. I would draft him. He would be my third option. My next option would be. This will surprise you, but I'll go with the Goga, the second. Even though he's projected to be number 11, I think some drafts even have him at like 18, 19. He's being compared to Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol and Pau Gasol are probably the best, like, European slash Middle Eastern big people we've had in the NBA for, like, ever with, like, Dirk. So I think that we should really look into them. And then the best one I think that we should look into is because of position. Even though he plays a point guard, and this will surprise you, Coby White, Jamal Murray, he's really a shooting guard on that Denver Nugget team because Nikola Jokic is really their point center. And he can shoot the lights out. And if Coby White is a quicker version of Jamal Murray, you draft him. That's my take.